Just as the universe is a gigantic dance of stars and planets, spinning and turning in mysterious space, so the human body is an incredibly beautiful and complex creation, with millions upon millions of cells functioning in their different ways to make an integrated whole. Groups of similar cells are found joined together to form tissues. Different tissues together form structures with specific functions called organs. Organs are associated with various tubes and supporting structures and things called systems, which carry out areas of work in the body, like the different departments in a company, or the various goings-on in a community. Communication, control, energy input, waste disposal, transport, production, and so on. Holistic anatomy. General overview of the body. The basic physical materials of the cells is chemical. Atoms and molecules. Atoms are made of pretty much nothing except space and tiny subatomic particles. Quantum physics now understands the universe and everything in it to be made of energy. The energy moves and changes from one state to another, from one molecule to another. The body, like the universe, exists in a state of constant change and movement. The body tissues are muscle, nervous epithelial tissue that lines and covers everything, for example the skin and the delicate internal membranes of the lungs, and connective tissue. These tissues or building materials are arranged in various ways in the body to form its organs, tubes, and supporting structures. Everything in the body is made from raw materials found in food. The food our mom ate when she was growing us or feeding us with her milk, or the food we've eaten ourselves throughout our lives. For example, the strong fibers of tendons and ligaments, types of connective tissue, are made of proteins, and so are many of the hormones that control functions in the body. Glucose, sugar, is used by cells to make energy, which is needed for many of their activities, as well as to make our DNA. Fats of many kinds are essential for health. For example, omega-3 fatty acids make up most of our cell membranes. Cholesterol is used to make steroid hormones. Vitamins and minerals are used in very many important processes. For example, to make collagen, which is the strong protein in the connective tissues of the body, used in many places, including the walls of the big arteries, vitamin C is required. If you want a strong quality building, you need to start with quality materials. The organs, each with their own area of expertise, are the heart, lungs, brain, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidneys, bladder, and uterus. These organs, together with other structures like the tubes of the guts and the blood vessels, form specialist body systems, which carry out the work of the body. For example, the heart and blood vessels make up the cardiovascular system, responsible for transport. The lungs, air pipes, mouth, nose, and voice box make up the respiratory system, which brings oxygen into our body and removes carbon dioxide. The mouth, gastrointestinal tract, the tube of the gut that goes all the way to the anus, salivary glands, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas together make the digestive system, which processes food. The kidneys, bladder, and connecting tubes make up the urinary system, which cleans and filters the blood and helps monitor the amount of water in our bodies. All the systems together, animated by the vital energy, which I will call spirit or soul, make up an individual person. The maintenance of harmony and balance within the organism is known in Western physiology as homeostasis. The body has ways of keeping everything within the right limits for optimal functioning. For example, if we get hot, by exercising, for example, the body cools itself down by sweating and opening the blood vessels on the skin to release heat. This is why we look darker skinned or red when we are hot. If we are too cold, we constrict the blood vessels of the skin, so we look paler, and shiver to create more heat. Another example is that when we use up blood glucose by exercising, hormones are released that cause the liver to release its sugar stores in the blood. We need regulated blood sugar so that big users of energy like the brain and the muscles can have a constant supply. These are just a couple examples of homeostatic mechanisms in our bodies. There are thousands of these that keep everything in balance. It is the encouragement and promotion of this balance that we are interested in as a fundamental requirement for health. But we are not just this body. We are deeply emotional beings, and we also have a mind and a spirit, varyingly understood in different cultures. We are more than the body.